but I'm here because I'm angry that my brothers and sisters aren't able to get into this institution and represent the community that I came from and the community that they come from. And I feel like I shouldn't feel lucky to be here. I feel like it's not a privilege, it's a right to be here. And so I'm here to support everyone and to show you that I'm not here just because I'm here, I'm going to forget about where I came from. I want to remember where I come from, and I want to come, and I want to be a leader, and I want all of you guys to come here too and be leaders too. So I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so glad that we got such a great turnout. So I'm so excited right now. So.
I'd like Margarita to talk about just what it's been like on a campus. There are so few Latino students. Just what the racism looks like. And why it's so important that we really double underrepresented minority enrollment because of all the different kinds of bullshit that people have to put up with that shouldn't and would not happen if there were really more, like a real critical mass of Latino and Black students. And if you could say some about that.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'm a Chicano Studies major, so there are my people in that major, but in every other major, they're not. And so I don't think that being a science major or a math major, I think that's really hostile climate, and that's the majority of the rest of the campus. You know, I occupy a tiny little sector, even within campus, we're segregated, you know? So I feel like we need to have more of us students in the law school, in science, and math, and I'm sure a lot of you guys heard about the racist writing that 2 Latino students and an Asian student had on their door. The next morning they woke up, you know, all these racial slurs against Mexicans. That kind of climate is the kind of climate that we need to fight against, because if we had more integration, we had more diversity on campus, people like that wouldn't feel comfortable being able to do things like that. They would know. So I don't want to be a Mexican student on campus and just be seen as just a Mexican who just deserves to be in these old segregated majors. I don't want to just be seen as someone who just got here because I somehow got a free ride. I'm here because I deserve it, and I shouldn't feel lucky, like I said. So I feel that hostile campus climate is pretty prevalent here, and UCLA does a good job of hiding it a lot of times. But you know what? We're here to expose that, and we're here to tell them that we know it's not a secret. We know, and we're letting our communities know, and we're here to fight for our communities. I have a medical issue, a medical condition, which I don't ever talk about just because, you know, I don't feel like it's part of my person, but I feel like I have a handicap placard, and I always park because I can't afford the exorbitant prices of parking on campus. I always park across the street, and these people that live in those residential neighborhoods, there aren't even handicapped spaces. It's just a residential neighborhood that you need a permit to park on. And I've gotten so much crap from the people that live in those houses. They come out, they're like, hey, what are you doing here? You don't look like you're handicapped. You shouldn't be parking here. So I don't want, and there's no reason why that should happen. It's just because I look the way I look. They're not they have 4, 5 car parking garages. What do they care if one car is parked in front of their house? So I just felt like that was really strange. It got to the point where they actually called KCAL 9 News, and they were waiting right next to my car. What kind of crap is that?
Check it out on YouTube.
You know? And so anyway, I felt like that was strange to say too, because I couldn't help but feel like that was targeted specifically because of my colors. I don't feel like there's any other reason.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just wanted to point that out too.
Thank you, Margarita.